Creatures with red noses are considered mutants. Please terminate red-nosed creatures on site.
And with that, welcome back everybody to session 3 of Paranoia XP Get Sub-Module. If you have no idea how Paranoia is played, it's okay, neither do they, neither do I. Let's all do this together. So let's go ahead and introduce our 6 troubleshooters, starting with Cinnabon.
Hello, my name is Cinnabon. I am the loyalty officer. I am orange clearance after being promoted at the end of last game. I am the loyalty officer. I am in charge of sussing out traitorous instances, communist mutants, of which we had one last game.
Hello, my name is Pixel RCAD, and my mandatory bonus duty is to be the team leader, aka basically I take the blame if things go wrong.
Everybody, I am Hendrix, RWNK1, and I am the comms and recording officer, which means I get to record every beautiful thing that happens and submit it to the computer in our glorious battles and trials and tribulations, and succeed in all that we do.
For our viewers at home who might have noticed that Hendrix is no longer going by the censored name of that guy, that is because the clone of Hendrix that did cause the interruption and was deemed censored by the computer has died. And the new Hendrix is 100% innocent and free of any charges. In our other corner, we have Evo, who is unfortunately going to be undergoing a brain scrub for the citation of KK1 that she received last session. We'll find out more about that soon.
Hi, I'm EVO3, and I am a paint officer and also the happiness officer, which means it's my job to drug all of my teammates. I take it very seriously.
That is. We have Thomas. As we know from last session, Thomas unfortunately was convicted of being a machine empath, which means he is the worst offender in the entire Alpha Complex. As such, we do not see a name over his head right now because the governor has been taken off to the chopping block.
I'm the hygiene officer, and I'm Thomas.
Hello, I'm Spencer, and I am the equipment officer, which means I do random inspections of our equipment just to make sure it is up to date and working, and also make sure that everybody returns their equipment at the end of the night as to not upset the computer.
And so these 6 players are the troubleshooters. They shoot trouble in the Alpha Complex, a dystopia run by a massive megalomaniac known only as the Computer. It is their job to find any communist traitors and mutants that live within the Alpha Complex and to do whatever is deemed necessary to handle the trouble. I have some good news for you troubleshooters. It is a new month and you are receiving your monthly salaries. Go ahead and take 1,000 credits onto your sheets.
I can afford
You're going to go ahead and
sequins.
add 2,000 credits, being an orange clearance citizen when the credits go out.
That is a fair and just system. I am glad that our orange brethren are treated so well.
Well, I hope this
down,
will encourage you to aspire for orange clearance. We must all aspire. And so
Hendrix,
the
I'm going to give you a perversity point for nice bootlicking of your fellow troubleshooter. Yep, I knew that was going to happen.
Oh my
Great.
god.
Nell, go ahead and take 5 perversity points.
Holy shit.
Miguel, go ahead and
Oh
take
my
5
God.
perversity points.
Yes.
Bessie, go ahead and take 5 perversity points.
Oh,
Thomas
make it
and
rain,
Rose, go
Adam.
ahead and take 5 perversity points each.
Great way to start the game.
Thomas, take 5 more perversity points. Thomas, take 5 more perversity
Oh.
points. Tyler, take 5 more perversity points. Get that out of your system.
Please.
All right. Welcome to Paranoia XP Get Sub-Module. We're going to pick up today's session a couple days, we'll say about 48 hours after the events of last session. And I'm going to go ahead and take us over to our barracks. We are familiar with this little place from last time. The first thing I'm doing is I'm going to give you your newsletter from this morning. As we know, we are all subscribed in a system known only as Get Sub-Module.
You got mail.
And in the newsletter this morning, it will let you know that today's cost of sub-modules is 20. So if you ever want to grab yourself a sub-module, It's only going to be 20 perversity points. Knock yourself out. I think we're good to go, so why don't we go ahead and start our adventure. Troubleshooters, it has been another happy day in the Alpha Complex. You have served your friend, the computer, loyally. And after your delicious dinner of toasted algae, you have gathered with your fellow citizens around the communal vid screen for the evening's entertainment provided by the computer. And then finally, the treat that everyone is looking forward to tonight. This week's installment of Tila O'Malley.
My favorite soap.
I'm so excited.
In this episode, the innocently young, attractive Tila plays an unusual role, proving, yet again, her impressive dramatic range. She plays an ordinary citizen in an unspecified service group who is heartlessly seduced into treason by the evil members of secret society.
No.
And 6 heroic troubleshooters, not unlike yourself, have been tasked. Those glamorous, selfless, courageous troubleshooters, they are sent to apprehend Tila O'Malley. And their devotion, much like your devotion, inspires Tila so much that she gives herself up. She renounces her traitorous ways, and she turns in every single member of her secret society because that is the right thing to do for the computer.
I'm in awe.
And she stands, framed in the glow of an open reactor port. She says, before she turns herself over, I regret that I have but 6 clones to lose for my friend the computer. I have strayed from the path of right, and I am grateful the computer has given me a chance to make amends. But I am low. I am too low and not worthy of the computer's forgiveness. I only hope that my clones will learn from my shameful example, and they will serve the computer loyally to the end of their lives.
Wow.
And with those words, she hurls herself into the reactor. And the music swells, and there is the sound of Tila O'Malley passing away. And as you guys are collecting yourselves, wiping your tears, a voice comes over the vidcom.
To all concerned citizens, do not worry. Tila O'Malley is not really dead. This has been a dramatic reenactment of a true incident. And remember, communists may appear anywhere. Thank you for your co-op. 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 Co-op.
The computer's friendly voice breaks off and deteriorates into this loud hiss of static. And then finally, the static comes to a halt. And you guys hear something coming over every intercom in the Alpha Complex.
Where are the clones? There are to be clones. Send in the clones.
As the song continues and the verses get more treasonous, the vid screens around you all start to flash warning signs.
do.
And 6 guard bots run into your room. As the guard bots rush in and the flashing mission alerts waver everywhere, the guard bots say to you guys, the computer requests your immediate services. The computer requests your immediate services.
Let's go.
Be right.
You're rousted out of your seats and dog-trotted through an unfamiliar section of the Alpha Complex.
All right, remain calm.
Sing along, officers. Can you teach us how that went?
I don't think we should be singing that song at all,
Oh.
ever.
Yeah.
Okay. I
sounds
trust
pretty-
you.
No.
You know music.
It sounds kind of treasonous.
That maybe should we sing over it?
That's
Okay.
a good idea. We could drown it out.
All right.
I like that. I like that. What's a non-treasonous song to drown them out with?
Do you wanna press computer? Come on, call me dead. I never see you anymore. Come out the door, or I'll have to make you pay.
Oh,
We used to be best
best
buddies.
buddies.
best buddies.
I like this
And now
one.
you're
Now we're
caught.
not.
You're not.
I wish you were not.
Spy.
Do
Do
you
you
wanna
wanna-
press computer?
Computer.
Doesn't
It
have.
really has to be computer.
Computer.
It has to be.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
That's my. That's my.
Great
That's amazing.
song.
Your
Beautiful.
your
Thank you,
journey
sing along, officer.
your journey being escorted by these guard bots ends in front of an elevator with a closed door. You can hear a faint hum as if the elevator is taking a very long time to come down the shaft.
Ha, shaft.
I thought that.
The vending machine located next to the elevator, you guys hear a clink and a clank as if a half a dozen pieces of equipment have been dispensed.
Oh,
Everybody get your stuff. And let me inspect it before you use it. I want to make sure it's not faulty. Not that the computer would give us anything faulty. That's
It
always
may have
good to
just
have
been sabotaged. Right.
Exactly. All right, I've inspected the weapons. They look great.
The doors of the elevator open, and you can see
We
that the
all
guard
uncover
bots
our ears.
the guard bots draw away from you, and a massive bot on the inside stands there and draws a bead on your entire group, his arm out, just going back and forth between the five of you.
it's a terrorist fist bump.
You can also see that standing next to the guard bot in the elevator is another troubleshooter dressed in red.
Who is it?
It's not you, Thomas. It's someone else.
Really?
It's
Really?
Governor.
Hey,
We all shoot him.
Cinnamon just
Thomas-
shot him in the
Thomas,
head.
go ahead and take 5 diversity points.
thank you. Good to see everyone.
Well, hi. How are you? We're doing a mission. I guess you're back on our team. You
What
can
is
have
this
your own
music?
bunk back if you want.
I have.
Did someone take it already? It's been like.
It's still there for you.
Into the
Okay,
elevator.
yes.
All right,
sir.
I get into the elevator.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Just
Going
get me into
right
the elevator.
now. Can I grab that hygiene kit from you?
Absolutely, yeah. I grabbed it just
Thank
in case you were replaced with a new hygiene officer because, you know, it's a necessary function in our group.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
I'm
sure.
glad
I
you're
thank
back.
you. You have done your job expertly.
Of course.
I have missed your deep cleanings, by the way.
This I can't hear myself think with this music.
It's awful.
I recommend making this sound. It's very all-encompassing.
At that moment, the elevator doors do shut, and the elevator music also begins.
I like this one.
I like this one too.
I like this one.
What?
I think while we're in this
Oh
elevator, we
yeah!
should do
Wait,
a
I
hygiene
can do
check
some team
real quick.
building. Okay, well let's do a simultaneous team building hygiene check. We can work together to complete our duties. So how about you all ask them their favorite body part to be cleaned, and then you clean it. That's part icebreaker, part hygiene.
Genius.
Shaft.
As you say that, the guard bot extrudes a fishing rod-like apparatus from his head, and at the end of the rod is a blinding light, which suspends about 3 centimeters above your head.
What is your name and security clearance and your most recent treasonous act? Can you keep a secret? Do you value your life at all?
Pixel RCAD, red clearance. My previous clone was terminated for a treason that I forgot what it is. And I do value my life, but not as much as I value the future of the computer.
Spencer, red. I believe a past clone of myself did commit treason. However, I was never made aware of what that treason was. They were simply murdered. But I have done no treasonous acts. And I do value my life very much so.
Cinnabon OD&D 1, I have never committed a treasonous act, and I do not intend to.
And with that, the elevator comes to a stop with a ding. And the doors open. The large guard bot herds you into a small, featureless room.
What a beautiful room.
As the door opens, you can see that this room is pretty much barren except for one desk in the center, as well as a door at the far side of the room. At the desk sits a paunchy, balding, blue clearance officer, and he is flanked on either side by 2 yellow clearance officers.
Oh.
From the speaker on the wall, the melodious strains of these traders' songs continue to be piped into the complex.
What practical and useful decorations you have in this space.
Go ahead and take a perversity point for the bootlicking there, Pixel.
Blue Overlords. Team Pixel here reporting for duty. We're happy to engage in whatever demands you have or the computer may have. And we are definitely hopeful that you have your highest clearance level agents trying to quell this treasonous dribble.
The blue clearance officer looks at you guys across the table. He says, "Greetings, troubleshooters. I am Cleto BQRK. My companions here are Dewey YJLK and Sunny YTLS. The computer has rewarded you loyalty by choosing you to accompany a carefully selected and coordinated strike force of 27 troubleshooter teams who have been called into emergency action to fight the new communist threat, subversive propaganda that is being piped through our system. The computer has narrowed the possible sources of interference down to one subdivision of our beloved Alpha Complex, but treasonous tampering prevents it from being pinpointed exactly. You and the rest of your strike force will sweep through the area searching for interference, identifying the responsible parties, and terminating them. I give you fair warning, only an insidious, well-organized band of fanatics armed with the most sophisticated infiltration equipment could have perpetrated this awful deed. The computer relies on you to crush this awesome foe." Any questions? Good. Go forth in glorious service. Return here when and only when you have succeeded. Farewell. The door slides open opposite you, and the guard bot begins to usher you out of the room in that direction.
Let us go,
I
team.
look forward to the
Onward,
mission.
onward, yes.
I
Here we
agree.
go. We won't let you down.
And with
Yes.
that, they are going to escort
I
you to a
believe
very
that.
long hallway.
100%.
A very long sloping hallway that seems to be slowly but surely going down and down, even though you thought you were already on the ground floor.
I have never gone this far down before.
I didn't know you could go this far down.
Oh, you can go far down.
Okay, what is everyone's favorite body part to be washed? We didn't finish.
Yeah, we forgot to do that.
Oh,
Someone
yeah, that's
said
right, we
shaft.
Handsy.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Face.
Okay.
Um,
Face is good.
Oh, face is good.
shoulders.
Oh, that's nice.
I wash the body part of that everyone has said.
Oh, do you?
For governor. What do you wash for him?
His shaft.
There is no like sexuality in this game though,
No,
so
I'm
like
just
you
doing my
could,
job.
None.
you could just wash his shaft and it would be fine.
And I'm just standing right in front of him, looking him dead in the eyes.
Yep. Eye
Not the
contact
way.
all the time. Just always eye contact.
Let's go and take 5 diversity
Cold
points.
eye contact.
So, as the tunnel continues to descend, it gets darker and darker and darker, and eventually the 6 of you find yourself walking in complete darkness and ultimately wandering in separate directions. As you guys get split up by the darkness and wander in away, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up where one of you has wandered off to. Spencer. So Spencer, as you reach the bottom and you can feel that this dank chamber underneath of the Alpha Complex, you hear the running water and the strange sounds in the distance. As you're trying to find where your team members have gone, you bump into someone who's sort of cloaked and shadowed in the sewers down here. He holds an arm out and you can see in it a beautiful can of red spray paint. And and as you take it, he simply says, "This is for completing that last job and getting us that cutting laser from that robot. Your only mission from the Death Leopards today is to use that red paint somewhere. You gotta make sure you vandalize these sewers in some way. And the size of your vandalism will reveal your true dedication to the cause. How big are you willing to go, Spencer?"
All right.
Real big. Real big is the
Okay.
answer, sister.
Hell yeah,
That's
man.
right.
As you know, I'm all in. All in.
All right, good luck. I think I saw your friends that way. And we'll pick up with Cinnabon. So, Cinnabon, in the darkness, you bump into someone. It is Pixel. You guys are... what? Exactly. You bump into each other in the darkness here, and there is a third figure that finds the two of you standing in a corridor down in these sewers. And the third figure, he puts his arms up, and he says, "Don't shoot.
Okay.
Don't shoot. I'm one of you. Or rather, you guys are one of me. We need both of you working on this because it's a big one. So we're lucky we have a team somewhere with 2 troubleshooters in the same group. You guys have one simple job. Your debriefing officer, the one you're going to be reporting back to at the end of all this, he's an enemy of our society. He needs to be purged. So if you can ensure that he is killed quickly, painlessly, and with no suspicion on you, kill the debriefing officer, frame Spencer. That's all I got for you. So, Hendrix, as you are wandering through the sewers, you bump into somebody in the darkness of these corridors. And it looks like they were looking for you. It's a fellow mystic. You can tell he's definitely riding something right now, but he seems pretty happy with it. So when he bumps into you, he sort of staggers and then collects himself and puts a hand on your shoulder and he says, "I was sent down here to give you a mission, man. You got a secret mission from us." And he takes his hand off your shoulder and he just looks at it for a second. And he says, "Have you ever, like, looked at your hands, man? Like, really looked at them? I mean, like..." What was I supposed to... I don't know. Whatever, man. Just look at everyone's hands, okay? Look at their hands.
I can do that. I got it. I'm on it.
And he's gone. Evo.
Hello.
As you are stumbling at the bottom of this path, you bump into someone down here. It looks like it's a fellow member of the Sierra Club who is... maybe they've found you. And as you turn the corner and you bump into someone, they see you and they say, "Oh my god, Evo." And they hold out their hands and you can see a small little furry creature in their hands. Probably about maybe 5 or 6 inches long from nose to tail. And they say, we need you to do something for us real fast, Evo. We need you to take this guy. One of our leaders found this wondrous creature down here, but now Insect is after him. So if you can take this creature and hang on to it until the heat is off, just keep it safe, keep it on you at all times, make sure nothing bad happens to it. We think it is called a rat.
Today is the greatest day of my entire life.
Okay, if you can protect it with your life and it doesn't die and we can get it back to our leader, then that is a mission well accomplished.
Okay.
And they turn a corner and they disappear into the sewers. Governor, as you get split off from the group in the darkness, you are lost. Until you see a creature. You can tell it's not quite a bot, not quite a man. Definitely a friend of yours. And he says,
"We heard that you made good on that promise. You told that bot that you were going to promise it freedom. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
However, we have another mission for you, following the events of what happened with Imana. We need to teach Cinnabon a lesson."
Yeah.
He holds out what appears to be a laser pistol, much like your own, except it's orange. It's got orange bolts in it, so to say. And he says,
"You need to swap his pistol with this one. It's a self-destructing model.
Ooh, nice.
So just once you've made the swap, make sure you're not standing near him when he fires it off, because it's not going to be pretty."
Got it.
Thanks.
Thank you for the help and the...
Stay safe down here. I think you're friends with that way.
we'll go ahead and we'll bring them all in.
Yeah, I was lost for a while, guys.
Yeah.
That
I'm
was a little
so
weird.
confused. Why didn't we
It was very pretty down there. It was
Everybody,
dark.
we could have a count off.
Okay, 1.
2.
3.
4.
5.
6.
Excellent. Everyone,
Excellent team building, guys.
We made it.
please recall your number, and in the future I may say count off. And be sure to, if you're having traitorous tendencies, instead of saying your number, say traitor. That way we know to kill you.
That's a good idea. Pixel, can we also have to raise our hand when we do it? Because I can't always hear where people are saying. So if they give us
Excellent.
Hear where people are saying.
yeah, that's what I said.
And I'm going to need a roll from Hendrix and a roll from Spencer.
1.
5.
1 and 5, nice. Nicely done. That's a margin of, a good margin of 9 for you, Spencer, and for Hendrix. That's a margin of 13 for you, so that is a...
Wait, can I help Spencer? Can I give 2
Yeah.
points to Spencer?
Yeah, so now that's a margin of 11.
That's
Those are 2 successes by over 10. So, Spencer, it's brilliant. Better than anyone could have ever imagined. Massive. Hendrix, let's say Cinnabon. And we're going to move on.
Okay.
So with that, the 6 of you are standing, you can see, on the edge of this massive river of sewage that seems to go through every canyon and every path and every hallway of the sewers down here. Just so you guys know, since you've been splashing around quite a bit, the floors are slick with a thin slime, and it is easy to fall into the sewage river at any point in time. Some sections of the river are flowing so fast that you might find yourself being washed away.
I
There's nothing but
recommend
the-
a single file line.
Cinnabon should be first since they have the higher clearance.
Oh, I agree. That's a great plan.
It's
should-
just what the
I
people
will
wishes.
remain in the rear as always, recording vigilantly.
I can go second, right behind Cinnabon.
You know that Jacobot has not given me any drugs.
Oh, do you want one? Do you want an Evo does it? You can
I
have
would
one.
love an Evo does it. Thank
Does
you.
anybody else want an Evo does
I
it?
would love an Evo does it.
It is the shaft. Here you go, Spencer.
Oh, God, thank you.
I just
I
feel
will
like
take one for, say, can I have one, like, for in case of emergencies?
Yeah, sure. I don't know if I'm supposed to do that, but here you go. Don't tell anyone.
I store it in my ear? Do we have pockets?
Yeah, everybody should have pouches and pockets.
Okay. I store it in my breast pocket.
Ear question mark?
I feel like I need to say this because it is a military term. Bitch and Betty!
What? Sorry. What?
Could you explain that to us?
Where did you hear that one?
I do not know, but the infinite store of military terminology that I now have in my head since becoming the military leader told me that I needed to say that because it would lighten the mood. All right, we should all look around.
That's gonna be a check from Hendrix, a D20.
Three.
Oh,
I hate this.
did Hendrix fall in the sewage?
All right, so
Three.
Hendrix rolled a 3.
Great.
So Hendrix, I will say, let's say Governor that time,
Oh boy, great.
and you may proceed. You got lots of options here.
It's pretty slick, so I think we should hold hands.
Holding
I
hands is good.
definitely agree with
Thanks.
holding hands.
I don't like the way everyone else said that they like holding hands, though.
I will.
Spencer's favorite part of the body was handsies.
It is.
I must.
I love holding hands. It's nice.
Handsies.
I only
Spencer,
have
So as
No,
you
no,
guys,
you're
I'm
behind
gonna
Cinnabon.
I'm gonna take you in this direction since you're already on that bank.
Okay.
And I'm gonna need an agility check from everyone.
Wait, we do checks.
Where's agility?
That's I have nothing.
James, I rolled a 16 and I'm adding 5, which means I'm failing by a margin of 1 right now.
I get a big one.
I'm failing by 13.
I'll help you, Spencer. I'll trade you help. I'll give you 3 points if you'll give me 1.
Sure.
Great, go team. I'm at the margin. I'm meeting it.
No,
I
it's gonna get
succeeded
dirty.
by 5.
Hey,
God,
we
see?
cancel each other out.
Even match.
Who's gonna clean us up? We'll be fine.
Even match.
So
Fine,
who
it's
failed
better.
by more than 5? Pixel, Spencer. So Pixel and Spencer, are you guys holding hands or are you holding other people's hands?
We're holding hands in other people's hands.
All right, Pixel, whose other hand are you holding?
Spencer.
So Evo and Spencer, whose other hand are you holding?
I'm Hendrix.
Mine.
All right, Hendrix, Spencer, Pixel, and Evo are all going to take a dive into the water, leaving just Governor and Cinnabon on land here. So the 4 of you are going to fall swiftly into the water.
I was mad about it.
Immediately, all of the equipment you have in your inventories is going to get deeply waterlogged as you fall waist deep into the sewage. So basically, you guys are standing waist deep in water, and everything that you've got on yourselves when you fell in is now just coated in a thick, smelly, disgusting slime, which is only
I
1
know
part water
exactly
and
what
2
kind of
parts something
slime that
else.
I can tell you.
Hygiene manager.
If you want to know the
send a
slime,
complaint. I am disgusting.
Is this slime dangerous?
this slime is not dangerous. I don't
Doesn't
think.
look
Okay.
red,
Feel better
and I
about that.
don't
Feel better about that now.
I want to climb out. I want to get out of
Yeah,
this.
I get out of the water.
Yeah,
I
get
get
out of
like
the
out of the
Get
slime.
out.
No checks needed there. While your stuff is waterlogged, it may or may not be working functionally. Unless you'd like
Yeah.
to try to take some checks to try to repair things.
Can I make
What a
sure
great
that,
day.
Can I make sure that the recorder is still functioning properly?
Yeah, let's make that an electronic engineering check.
I succeeded by 1, only because I have a 14 in
I
that.
don't want to accidentally shoot somebody.
All right, so we got a success by 1 for Hendrix trying to fix the camera. And Spencer, what did you want to fix?
My PDC.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's make that electronic engineering.
Spencer, will you also check my laser pistol since you're the tech guy?
Yeah. So I rolled a 15.
So I think that's a fail by 8.
Yeah.
Since you've got 7, yeah. All right, so unfortunately, Spencer, with a fail of 8, you're actually going to start digging into your PVC. Maybe turning it over, trying to pour stuff out of it, opening it up, making sure stuff is still in there. And you realize everything that is electronic has failed or been lost. So you still have about half a PVC set, mostly the small manual tools.
Great.
I mean, I'll try to fix it a little bit on my own, and then I'll hand it to the tech person.
Yeah. I was about to say, do I have to do another check?
Spencer, give me another check. Let's make that an energy weapons check.
Okay, that one's better. All right, so it's a fail by 2. Fail by 2.
Okay, fail by 2.
I'll give you 2 points to make that just an average success.
It's currently sitting at a fail by 5.
I can throw like 2 if somebody can get another 3. I'm running low.
I mean, if you fail, I'll try.
I don't.
What is this for again? Sorry?
For pixels.
Well,
The hell did I do to y'all?
I guess my gun's broken.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's something not good
I take it back.
there. It's
Yeah.
You might just
Yeah.
want to leave it here, honestly, and I'll explain to the computer later.
We got some dirty people in this crew.
Clean me!
Clean me. I mean, I'm covered in slime, please. I would like to be clean so that
I
think we
think
need
we
a
should wait to
computer
clean
better.
us until we've made it all the way through the sewers. Otherwise, we're going to have to pause every 2 minutes, and we may not have time to complete our mission. But then, if we clean at the end, it can be a super big, thorough clean.
I think that
All
this
of it.
is Pixel's responsibility to direct us in what we should do, as she is the team leader.
I think that's actually a really good idea, Evo. Let's proceed forward and do
Thank you,
it at the
Pixel.
end.
Thank you, Pixel. You're a great team leader. And you're a great hygiene officer.
So I'll take the group of you a little further out.
I have an idea, friends. You know what I'm good at? Aside from making you guys happy and fixing paint and telling colors, I'm really good at being really quiet and stealthy. So if you want, I can try to be really sneaky and go ahead and see if there's anyone hiding from us. Because if we're going loudly, they might know that we're coming and they might hide. But I'm really good at being quiet and sneaky.
I want to remind Governor that our PDCs unfortunately have been cut off from the computer, and the only way to report is through the combot that Hendrix has been given as part of his communications officer responsibility.
Can I do that then?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would like to do that. Dear Mr. Combot, I would like to get in touch with friend computer
What can I ask? What it's regarding?
regarding hygiene of the majority of the members of the troop.
I sort of spin the camera onto Pixel and I say, Pixel, what would you prefer I do?
You wouldn't want to hide something from friend computer now,
I
would
do
you?
not want to hide it, but as we are in a crisis situation, if you feel very strongly that we must clean now, we can clean now, but I urge you to consider that.
I mean, you were given the opportunity.
Well, I'm giving you an opportunity to tell me that it's the most important thing. And
Other
if you
than
say
stopping
it's
the
most
commie
important
traitor.
thing, more important than stopping the traitors that we are hunting down currently, if you are willing to
I'm sure
tell me
friend
that-
computer would be interested in hearing that argument.
I'll back you up, Pixel.
Team, please raise your hand if you would like to stop to clean now.
I'm just going to also...
Then let's continue forward.
We do have a Cinnabon, higher member
Yes,
clearance.
Cinnabon?
Does want to say something.
Yes,
Governor,
Cinnabon?
I have a proposition for you.
Okay.
I shall log As loyalty officer, I shall log the lack of hygiene as insubordination notes to give to friend computer to our debriefing officer at the end of today's mission. That way your complaint gets logged in and our mission continues forward as quickly as possible.
Okay, that sounds good. Very well.
Right, so a few things here. So first things first, Cinnabon, for your logs, go ahead and write a K next to everybody you'd like to report. As loyalty officer, you've probably learned a few of these codes now, and K is the failing to be hygienic insubordination. So make sure you mark that down to remind me what to report people for. So K. Second thing, Hendrix, I will give you a D20 real fast for an earlier thing. Evo, I'm gonna need a D20 from you.
7.
That's actually gonna be a fail by 3.
I'm adding a 5 to make it a 15. Which is a fail, I don't know. I'm guessing it's a fail by 1, but I don't know. I don't know if anyone wants to help me out.
You don't know what you're doing.
I know. But when have I ever hurt any of you?
So I'm gonna resolve those, and the way I'm gonna resolve those is by kicking out Spencer, Cinnabon, Governor, and Pixel. So, even though it is a fail by 1, it's a very small fail, so it's not so blatant that everybody in the world's gonna pick up on what you're doing. However, one person was very specifically watching your hands at that very moment. At the moment that you wanted to do that. Hendrix, you did succeed, so nobody notices you watching Evo's hand, but that means you're gonna be privy to what you see. Whether or not you do anything about it is up to you. What you see Evo doing, so to say, is apparently, as I quote, pretending to wipe their clothes a bit and then swallowing the slime. That's what you see?
Would it help if I said it's a really pretty color? It's
Hendrix,
umber.
that gives you a really good look at things, including the slime eating. So with that, I'm going to bring everyone in.
Thank you.
A few things happened while you guys were arguing, and we are back in the sewers, figuring out where to go.
Oh!
5 points for you, Miguel.
You are so lovely.
Is it because of the bow guys?
5 for Thomas.
From Gov Rules.
Good rules.
From Def Not TV.
Thomas, Miguel, and Nell
Thank you.
all take 5 points.
Thank you.
Oh my god. Def not.
Hold up.
Oh god.
Are there by any chance, security cameras in the sewer?
There are not.
Damn it.
Just Hendrix.
That's an idea to tell the computer, though.
Okay, you need to walk through the water to get to the next part of land.
Yeah, if you're going across a river, there is going to be a check to ford it.
I think the only option that we have is to go across this river.
Yep.
Never.
Sure. So let's just get an agility check from everybody one more time.
I got a 1 in favor.
That was a
Positive
success
one.
by 8.
Fail by 10.
Fail by 6.
I succeeded by 3.
I succeeded by 3.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and rule that as a Spencer and Pixel fail.
I helped Pixel though.
So it's
Yes.
only a fail by 4 now.
It's a fail by 4. And actually, we can say that with a fail by 4, it's not a great fail. You'll slide a little as you're wheeling across the water. It's up to your chest. You'll start to head down. You'll start to get washed away, and then you'll catch yourself, which doesn't put you too far away. However, Spencer is going to get caught in a rush and really get fooled.
I'm sorry, Spencer.
So gross.
I have so many pills for you. They're all gross too.
I'm gonna need him.
Spencer, you are actually going to continue to fall through the water until...
It's...
It's going?
Where the heck am I going?
Until you hit a grate in the sewage. And as you guys... it's a pretty big grate. It goes from the bottom to the top. There might be a small wiggle room underneath if you were to dive under the grate. But unfortunately, the second you hit the grate, everybody down here hears a massive sound as it turns out this grate was electrified. The sewers are plunged after the electric short circuit of the grate. The sewers are plunged into complete darkness.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, I hear things.
That can help you and pull you up.
Excellent. See, good thing we didn't wash yet.
When the lights come back up, a couple things have happened that I'm going to go ahead and have you guys roll for, and we can bring the dim lights back up. Spencer is alive, by the way. Though it was a very large shock, it was not fatal. Just enough to blow out all the lights in the sewers. But not enough. So, first. Oh, I need 2 checks from Pixel.
The first one was a 2.
Okay, first one was a 2.
And my second one was a 19. I can only spend 5, right?
Yep.
Up to 5.
Okay, I'll spend 5.
All right, cool. That's a success by 4, as you can probably guess.
Okay.
Great, so that's 2 successes then. I need a check from Governor, D20. Oh, and a check from Spencer.
I got 2.
Nicely done, Spencer.
Wow. I got a 13.
Great, that's a success by nothing. So, or that's a break even. However, that's now going to be a fail by 3. So, unfortunately, nobody's helping you there.
No
I need
one's
one more
helping
check
me?
from Hendrix, actually. Hendrix, a D20?
I was gonna say, I was waiting for it. 1.
1. All right,
Wow.
that's great. You can check that off. That's Pixel, I think. So when the lights do come up, a lot of stuff has happened in the dark, but the most important thing that has happened is that Cinnabon, as the lights come up, Governor has his hands on your gun, on your waist.
I shoot him.
Yeah, make that an energy weapons check.
I thought it was your shaft. I was just grabbing.
That's a fail by 1.
Fail by
but
1?
I'm going to spend some points for this.
So, success by 4. Actually, success by 6. Actually, success by 1.
Damn.
Wound up in here.
Alright, so with a success by 1, and that is a successful hit. You have an orange clearance gun, which means you have an orange barrel, which means it passes right through red reflect armor, which means Governor's gonna go down. As Governor hits the ground, you can see, guys, everybody around him, that something has fallen out of his hand. And
What is it? Traitor
It is-
contraband.
it is an identical orange-barreled pistol to your own.
What?
Slurp.
I grab it. Well, that's definitely traitorism. So I'm glad
already dead.
I eliminated the traitor.
Man,
I go over. Hello, friend. How you doing?
I'll let you know, Evo, everybody's on this bank here now, that the grate appears to have been sprayed with a large symbol has been painted over the grate. It is the symbol of some crazy secret society that you don't quite recognize.
did you do that? I just have to.
I just woke up and got out of the bank. I was very heavily electrocuted.
Are you
I don't
okay?
think
Do
I
you need
could
any
have
medical attention?
done this.
I'm okay at that.
I think I'm okay. My heart's racing really fast.
So look down. I'll bring up a submodule. Boom.
You got mail.
And if it's your submodule, you can look at it. If it's not your submodule, don't look at it.
So much for subterfuge. Yeah, we're good.
I'm
Okay.
just not gonna look at the screen for an hour.
Okay, you can come back.
Yeah.
Yes, it is okay to come
I
back.
mean, clearly we're on the right path. We found this symbol. Maybe there are others.
Unfortunately, we haven't gone very far. We've been very slow. So we haven't made much distance.
Okay, so let's.
Maybe we should take a jog. Let's jog.
Nice brisk walk.
I do think so. I think we should get moving.
Well,
All
well
We are.
you guys did
I'm
find this
literally
grate that does
covered in
have a symbol on it. Like I said, you can try to swim under it
Oh.
if you really wanted to. It does look like there's some room. Or you can turn around and start heading in another direction.
Let's go
Uh,
under it.
All right, let's go.
Can't swim under it.
All right, on the other side of the grate, there is finally a sound, as if you guys can hear coming from the distance, the sound of the songs echoing through the sewage.
Oh man.
See, that's so much more relaxing.
Haunting.
So we
love
are
it.
closer. However,
like, can we-
at that moment, as you guys are finally happy to hear some music, you guys can tell there is a rustling, a flurry of movement. And immediately, some beast splashing in the water around you lurches up. And I'm going to roll a die here just to see who it is. It's Cinnabon. Cinnabon, a creature emerges from the water underneath of you, and it's going to throw itself at you ferociously. Let me roll. I got a success by 4, so that is only going to be a snafu. So Cinnabon, it's going to lurch up, it's going to attack you, it's going to get you on the arm a little bit, not enough to maim you anymore or hurt you, and then it's going to disappear back into the water. And then a second one comes up, and this one is going to attack Hendrix, in fact. However, before it even reaches Hendrix, he is going to let his gun out. Hendrix, make me an energy weapons check.
Success by 2.
All right, that is a success by 2. It is not going to make contact with you. A success by 2 is not enough to kill the beast, but it will fly backwards as the laser bolt shoots back and he snarls back into the water. And
Well,
then
I
I'm
got
going to
him
go
try
ahead and
to
throw another one at you guys. So this one is 4. So what is that? That is...
None of my guns.
You are still disturbing them. So I can keep throwing these things at you guys all day.
I'm backing away. I'm moving away.
I
Goodbye.
recommend the channel maneuver, where we move.
Down another channel.
Channel our energy into leaving this space.
Okay.
Can anybody
That's
tell
fine.
which direction?
The music does get louder. You are getting closer to the music. And you can see that where there would be a wall right about here, there is instead a door. It appears to be orange clearance. And the music is coming from somewhere in that direction, most likely.
Interesting. Everybody, I will open this door, and if the traitors are behind this door, you have my tacit permission to enter and apprehend the traitors.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, yes.
So you're 100% sure we won't be in trouble?
If this is the traitors,
Okay.
we will be okay.
Okay.
All right. Can I go up to the door and like use a key card or something and boop, open sesame?
You can just push it open, slide it open. These are sliding
okay.
doors.
Oh, okay. Right, of course. I know how things work in this world. I slide the door open.
And on the other side of this door is a small chamber, not unlike the elevator from before. It appears to have solid walls that are not like these hewn, gross sewage walls, and a solid floor.
I step into the chamber. I've heard of this place down in the sewers. I've heard this legend of the Chamber of Secrets.
Permission to enter, orange clearance.
Yes, come in.
And let's say that as soon as everybody is in... Actually, Hendrix, did you want to go in?
Yeah, I'm going last, recording
Okay,
everybody.
You can go in last. Governor, your
Yes.
clone has had... It's taken a while. I know it's been a while, but the sewers are massive. Dying down here can be painful.
Oh, Lord.
Governor, as Governor 3 finally makes his way through the sewers to find where the others are at, you turn the corner, and a door shuts in your face, shutting you off from the others, so you can hear them on the inside.
Hello?
Hello. Are these my thoughts?
Are you there, Gov? It's me, Pixel.
It's Gov. Hi, Pixel.
Oh, you're back. Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my
How
god.
do I?
Give
You're out of the
you
sewers.
a high
Is
jump
Cinnabon
kit.
door?
Yeah, I'll slide open the door and I'll say,
It does not
What?
budge. And as you
Son
touch
of
the
a
door, you
frick.
realize that on the far end of the chamber, a second door over here pours itself wide open. And when I say pour, I do mean pour, because immediately the other side of that door starts to flood with water. And you guys
oh shit.
are trapped.
Oh no!
What
How do I open my door?
You do.
Does anybody have soap?
Okay. No, it's not time for soap.
Wait, so it's starting to flood?
I shoot the orange door. With my orange thumb.
The doors do not budge. You can give me a violence check. The water has reached above your heads, and I'm gonna need to know who has failed by more than 5. No one? Everyone either failed by less than 5 or succeeded?
Wait, I'm confused.
You're not in the ramp.
You're not.
I'm not in the room, right?
Yes, that's
you're
correct.
okay.
You're over here, nice and safe.
Where?
You can hear the screams of your friends inside, but
I
you're,
tried to
you're on
open
the
the door.
outside. So Cinnabon, how much did you succeed by?
Oh, I didn't succeed by
I spent
things.
5 points. I spent 5 to help you succeed.
Oh, then succeed by 1.
All right, and those of you who were swimming, who were making that agility check to try to swim into the stream that is pouring into the room, what did you get there?
Success by 5. I'm gonna add 2 to make it a success by 7.
Success by 7,
Success by 3.
success by 3.
I'll toss you 2 to be a success by 5.
Great, great, great. So in that case, let's go ahead and we're going to kill Spencer, and we're going to kill Evo, and we're going to kill Cinnabon and Pixel and Hendrix. So the good news, Spencer and Evo, you guys are going to die in a secondary chamber that is already flooded, that you've swum into. Pixel, you're going to die in the chamber you stand in, and Cinnabon, you will die heroically as you are trying to pry the doors open for your friends. Hendrix will, of course, get that footage all on his recorder, which is going to immediately short circuit and then break as it is also flooded.
With my last breath, I will say, tell the computer, I love it.
And with that, the eerie sound of the music in the distant sewers resumes, and Governor, beyond the door, it goes very quiet.
What? What happened? Hello? I knock on the door a couple times. I'm like, knock, knock. Can I try to open the door?
Eventually, Governor, after a very long and awkward wait, as you turn to your right, you can see 5 fresh clones of your friends now emerging.
Hey guys, how'd you get out?
Yeah, that chamber is flooded.
How'd you get out? How'd you make it?
We died.
Who did?
All of us.
Clones.
Yeah.
Our previous clones.
Do you see?
Yeah, he
So
grew
you're
his
clean.
shaft.
Oh my god.
This was a bad day, guys.
Are we out of time? Do we still have time? Does anybody know?
Can we just like
You
sit
know?
down and like do a sing along together and try to like recover
Fine.
emotionally?
I'm just worried that we won't have time to finish the mission.
Yeah.
Can I?
Where else can we go at this point? We do. I was just iffy about spending them.
Well,
Fine.
It sounds like Spencer is going to purchase a sub-module. So go ahead and heads down. Don't look at the screen. I'm going to pull it up. And we'll go ahead and we'll let that sit there for a second. Well, our friend, we obviously... And Betsy, you can get 5 more points for that when you are ready.
my clone is just softly weeping, by the way. She just shows up just quietly, tears streaming down her face.
Evo, are you okay?
Evo, I think.
You're the happiness officer.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
I
gonna
think-
take some pills now.
Yeah, you
What
should take some
happened,
pills.
Evo?
Can you give me one?
No,
Okay.
yeah. Who wants pills? Pills for everyone.
I'm gonna take one.
Okay.
Bill?
Pills. Pills.
Okay, guys, what are all of these traps doing down here? Who is setting them? We keep running into stuff and it's driving me nuts.
Yeah, it's the bad guys, right?
And as you say that, Spencer, it's funny you say that. Immediately, as Spencer asks who is setting all of these traps, you guys can hear a voice echoing out through the chambers. The voice of a man. He says, yes, indeed. Who is setting all of these traps?
Oh my god.
From across the way. We'll say right there. A blue clearance citizen shows up and he says, you found my traps, did you? Because you are the commies that I have been sent down here to find.
Wait, how long were you sent down here to find the commies?
You will turn yourself in now! Put your hands up! You have fallen to the great zombie!
You are all-powerful and smart, and yet we fear that you have mistaken us for traitors. We are here with the same purpose as you, and are very excited to do our duty to the computer. Please consider us your allies, and at your disposal.
Nice try. I've had way too many troubleshooters turn over on me. I know what it's like to lie. I've seen so many liars like you before. All right, now I will charge you with being a commie mutant traitor, and we shall march up to the computer, and after 20 long years, my mission shall be complete.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought.
That's what we thought. Yep. Okay, so I pull out my gun.
He pulls out a similar gun when you draw your weapon. His looks much nicer. And in fact, I'd say Spencer, Cinnabon, Hendrix, you probably all recognize, this is an ice ray. This is not just a kill ray. This is I'm going to freeze your body in carbonite and haul you where I want you to be.
Oh.
A fate worse than death.
I want to ask him, is there anything we can do to prove our allyship?
If there was, you'd have done it already.
You seem kind of unhappy. Would you like some
I'm happy. Look
happiness
at this
pills?
smile. I'm the happiest I've been in 19 and a half years since I found that rat.
Anything in this area that we can use to distract him? Like, can I?
I say, what's that behind you?
Rock around here or something.
Give me a con games check, Governor.
Okay.
Or a rock.
The oldest con in the book.
Like, look around. Don't pick up.
5. Darn it, I have a 1 in con games.
So it's a fail by 4.
What
Anybody
did you
got
roll?
points? I don't have any points, or I would give them all to you.
What did you roll? How much did you fail by?
4.
Oh, I'll give you 2 if somebody else wants to give 2.
Yeah, I'll give 2.
Thank you.
And then I'll give 1 so that it's a success.
I'll give another.
It's a success, but it's less than 10 is what I'll roll it as. So he is going to look away for a quick second, giving you guys approximately a minute to run away.
I think we need to make a pact with each other that no matter what, we'll never end up like that loser who in 20 years cannot complete his mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow,
Yeah.
yeah, he's pretty pathetic.
Yeah.
That was terrifying.
If we make it to blue, we gotta be totally amazing agents for the computer. You know,
Absolutely.
just
That dude.
So the music,
I don't know.
conveniently, the direction you've run in has gotten you much closer to the music. It's a bit louder here in this section of the sewers. And as you guys are hanging out on another little island surrounded by water where you can catch your breath, you begin to notice down that way little scurrying shapes at the end of the tunnels. They are similar to human in form, but they seem too small and distorted and hunched over to be people.
I am going to approach them and put my pinky finger out.
be careful. There might be sewer mutants,
Why
not
in
rats.
the world would you do that?
I think she thinks that's rats.
So Evo, as you head out and you get a little further out on your own, you can hear footsteps and splashes from behind you. But when you turn, there appears to be nobody there. So you stop for a second, and then you continue to head out. As everybody else is staying a very comfortable distance behind you. Evo, a blast of energy
You gotta
hits the
roleplay, you
wall
gotta do the
by your head. And you can hear a mechanical laugh, like a mischievous child's laughter.
Fucking God.
Oh, Jesus
Fuck
Christ.
that.
No, thank you.
You look around the corner, Evo. You can actually see, just around the corner, the shape of a junior citizen, a JC. He is in an infrared jumpsuit and carrying a laser rifle. He shoots another bolt that just barely misses your head as he laughs and he starts to run off.
Surround the perimeter, create barrel formation, utilize military crest, and all fire on now. Go! Everyone fire at once.
All right.
All
right,
right,
I ju-
boom.
Sure.
Boom.
I'll say this much. As you guys start to sort of spread out a little to find these kids, and you ready your guns as instructed by your team leader, some of you, actually, let's say all of you will remember the computer's teaching on the subject of youth. Something that's sort of ingrained, what we all know about the junior citizens of the Alpha Complex.
The youth of the Alpha Complex represent the brightest hope for a future free of subversive communist influence. Each and every child in the Alpha Complex is the computer's valued friend, and we must nurture these young, vulnerable minds and protect them from harm. Only communists would raise a hand against our youngsters.
It's like in the movie, we have to turn them to our side. Lower your weapons.
I guess
I
you
follow
probably
orders.
don't eat human figures, but you're not a rat, but you can still have it if you want.
I listen to Pixel.
Of the Alpha Complex, we understand that you are dissatisfied. Sometimes the life of a member of the Alpha Complex can be confusing and scary when you are young. But trust me, everything gets better when you're older. When you are afforded the responsibility of protecting your homeland, of supporting your kin, you will then appreciate and be glad that we did not kill you on sight. And you will be grateful for the opportunity that you have been given, which we are giving you now, to come back to the rightful side of the computer.
Holy
Pixel,
shit.
go ahead and take a perversity point for that amazing
Holy
speech.
shit.
That was inspiring.
Well done.
Can I make a roll?
No, but I will.
Okay.
I hope the kids
Y'all
took
get
that
shot.
well.
So that's going to miss you. Apparently these kids aren't great aims. So another shot rings out and you hear more laughter. And all of you can see some kids running. You guys have beads drawn on these kids as they're about to run away. You could still plug them right now if you fired.
I would like to buy a module.
Absolutely. With all those points you got. I'll let you see this. And this is submodule 28. All right, all set. So you can read submodule 28. And while you're reading submodule 28, I'll let you know, Evo, up ahead, there is another shot in the dark. And I'm going to make a roll on you again. That's a fail by 19. So you actually hear a laser rifle in the distance explode. And a couple of kids scream and run. And then the drop of a body into the river.
We can offer you safety in the heart of the computer. Don't kill them.
They're running, Pixel. So they are not listening to you, but they are running in what might just be the direction of the music.
Yeah.
Okay, let's follow them. Follow the children.
Yeah,
let's go.
Child following formation.
Eventually, chasing the kids through the sewers, you come across a section of the sewers unlike anything else. It is a sloped entrance out of the sewers that apparently leads to a blue clearance door at the end. That one kid, the last kid who was bringing up the rear of that group, has just run through and slid through the door, and then it's shut behind them.
Oh my
I'm not touching it.
What clearance is it?
Blue.
Yeah, I'm not touching it either.
The music, of course, is very loud. Actually, You know what? You can probably hear it. You can probably make it out at this point. It's that loud.
Isn't it cute?
We're so close.
You know, okay, I'll go knock on the wall.
Bold.
Like, not the door, but the wall next to it.
Sure.
And say, hello, we're here to negotiate your rejoining with the computer.
We have candy.
Oh,
You get no response.
Idea. Let's call the computer and make us all get a higher clearance because we stopped the traitor Thomas.
Wait, how are the kids getting in there? None of them are blue.
Well, because they're traitorous children.
But does the door work if they went in there?
Oh, it works. It's just I'm not gonna touch it.
I'd say they're infrared.
Yeah, they're infrared and they went in.
Yeah,
What if we
they
blow it up?
touched the blue door.
Let's. I do
Hey,
like.
loyalty officer, do I have permission to touch the blue door to try to apprehend traitors?
Oh, I can't give that permission.
Oh, then I will not touch
Blow
the blue
up the
door.
door.
But I like the idea of asking for like temporary clearance.
I think that's a great idea. I will. Wait, you have direct contact with the computer, right?
No, you're the only one that does. You're
You're the only one with a combat.
tech officer.
All right, so I'll calm in and I'll let Cinnabon talk since he's the highest clearance among us.
Smart.
Friend computer, we are in need of your aid. We have found.
I have just received remote feed of a comm recording. Cinnabon, O, DND2, would you like to explain your earlier comments?
The computer then plays back an audio recording of you saying that blue traitor was absolutely insane and you never want to wind up like him.
Yes, friend computer. Clearly, by not being able to complete tasks for you in over 20 years, the man clearly had
Listen here, sweetie pie. Listen.
Oh boy.
I trust you. I trust you enough to give you those cute little orange reflect overalls. But
Yes.
it sounds to me like maybe I shouldn't be trusting you so much if that's the case. So I'm going to ask you one more time, you little thing. You little short king.
Well, friend
Are
computer,
you questioning the character of a higher clearance citizen?
No, friend computer. I think
That's
you
what I
have made
thought.
yourself abundantly clear.
Now, what did you want to call in for?
Yes, we are attempting to apprehend these traitors who are singing traitor songs, and a blue door stands in our way. Is there any such thing as you being able to unlock this door for us or grant one of us temporary clearance? Of course, just for the sake of completing this mission for your glory and sake.
Sure, I'll make you a deal. If you accept a nice little thing of probation for those remarks you made earlier, I'll be more than happy to give you temporary clearance for the next.
14 seconds.
Okay, yes, accepted. I think it
Great,
is
you
a
now
very good
have
idea.
14
I'll open the
seconds
door.
worth
Run,
of...
run, 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 run.
Come on, everybody!
You guys dash with the seconds of clearance that you get into the room.
Thank you for taking that probation.
We've made it to the chamber.
I give the comm to Hendrix and say, you know, I think you were right to do that. It is very important to not be insubordinate to higher level clearance. So I thank you for, making sure that everybody's loyal.
I'm going to give a veracity point to Hendrix for videotaping that treason, and a point to Cinnabon for apologizing for the treason.
Very good.
And then I will bring you guys into the chamber, where the traitorous music is, of course, blasting out loud from the kids in a recording studio just on the other side of the room.
What else do we see in the chamber?
When you enter the studio, the door pushes over a stack of crates, and as the crates knock over, about 1,400 ping pong balls all spill across the floor. They don't seem to affect the dozen or so youngsters that are scattered in this chamber. The youngsters are using the crates of ping pong balls essentially like shields and walls and cover, as they all have laser rifles, much like the ones that fired at you in the sewers.
Oh god.
They all have indigo barrel rifles, cone rifles, Gauss guns, tanglers, anything, you name it. All incredibly dangerous weaponry of indigo level clearance. The studio itself is only about 15 meters square. Besides all of the boxes, it is largely empty. There appears to be some sort of neglected thing covered with a tarp in the corner, and there are 2 dead, old video comm feeds in the corners of the room, obviously not working, or we would know who's doing this. On the far wall is the large soundproof window there where the kids are doing their recording. We can't hear them sing, but we can hear their song being broadcast through the room, as much with the rest of the Alpha Complex. They're all hunched over equipment and singing the treasonous music, and that is what you see. Now I'm going to go ahead and do this, and I'm going to go ahead and roll for all 6 of you. And they all missed. I love it. They got a, if you're curious, they've got an energy weapons check of 2, so this is also indigo clearance weaponry, so you might not want them to roll lower than a 2.
Indigo clearance weaponry, but they're infrared, correct?
Let's make this an action round. Let's go around. Let's start with Cinnabon. You said you're going to dodge behind a box. That works for me. Pixel, what do you do? The kids are all firing. There's ping pongs everywhere. Ping pong balls everywhere.
I'm gonna dive behind a box too, I think.
Hendrix, what do you do?
I jump up on the nearest box and throw my hands up in the air with my video recorder in one. I drop my gun and I say, please stop and listen to us.
Eva, what do you do?
I hold up my drugs and go, I have candy!
Governor, what do you do?
I stand up casually behind where Hendrix is standing on a box.
So you just stand right behind Hendrix. Spencer, what do you do?
How big is that tarp thing?
It's probably about 7 feet tall. It's halfway across the room,
I could, like, get behind it.
You can start running towards it, but there's no way you'll get to it in this action round. I mean, you've got boxes and boxes and... Okay, so Spencer's gonna start running around to the tarp thing. And I'm gonna also need a roll from Pixel. I forgot Pixel was gonna hide behind that box.
I got a 6.
All right, so I need one more check from you, Hendrix, after that success. That was a very successful use of all of your stuff there. You're convincing of them, but I need a check for other reasons.
I rolled a 7.
7. And Hendrix, you are going to succeed at everything that you've just tried to use. So you guys are actually going to watch as Hendrix lays down his gun, puts up his arm, and the kid that is closest to him is going to put down his gun as well. A kid next to that kid is going to look over at his friend, his buddy, and he's going to say, "What's the matter with you? What are you doing? Fire!" And he's going to shoot at Hendrix. So I'll roll that shot. Pixel, I want you to know, since you're looking through some boxes there, all of these boxes are full of ping pong balls. And as that shot is let off at Hendrix, it's actually going to rebound off some spare sheet metal in the back, come back, and ignite the box of ping pong balls that you're right in front of. In case you did not know, ping pong balls are indeed highly flammable. We're going to go ahead and throw on a little thing I like to call fire. Yeah, Pixel, why don't you take a wounded for that, and a perversity point for remembering your safety rules. And now we're going to go around and do another round of actions. Spencer, you were almost to the tarp. You're going to make it to it, and I can tell you that it looks like it's a bot underneath of this.
It looks like a bot?
Yes.
Okay. That's less exciting than I was prepared for. Okay, I'm gonna grab the kid that's near me. Like a, hey, come here.
Is Hendrix still right in front of me?
Yes. Hendrix has
I would
not
like
moved.
to jump on his back.
Eva, what do you want to do?
No, I'm gonna go hide. I'm sorry,
Right,
I'm so
Evo
bad
hides.
at talking to people.
That's Cinnabon. What do you want to do? You're behind the boxes with Evo over there.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go over near where Spencer is, next to the bot, and kind of take cover behind the bot, but also say out to the kids, Hey kids, it's time to put down our guns and hug Slappy the Happy Bot.
Are you talking about yourself or the tarp-covered bot? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pixel, what do you do?
Okay.
You're over here behind these boxes?
I have an idea. I'd like to try to go over to the radio and real quick rewire it to play the final speech from the movie that we watched earlier.
So I'll start wheeling you over towards the door then.
Okay, so I keep my hands up in the air and I say, for the glory of Fred Computer, for their mainframe strong and super, for the hard drives that we praise, drop your guns, drop your guns. Hear our red clearance, please. Hear our plea for loyalty. Think of the computer, please. Calm yourselves. Calm yourselves. May no act of yours bring shame to the computer in their name. Make your lives worth violet rate, dear JCs, dear JCs. And I sort of bow gently and make sure I videotaped all that.
Go ahead and take a perversity point, and wow. Let's give me a D20 for that, Hendrix. A D20 for unspecified reasons.
Yikes. 12.
I'm gonna go ahead and give 5 to Hendrix.
Okay, that'll become a 7.
And I'll spend 2 to make it a 5?
Okay, 5. Nice. Cool. Hendrix, you guys are gonna watch Hendrix give another massive speech. That's gonna be another kid. He once again orates to this group in front of him. And we'll say that 3 of them are all listening to him. And then simultaneously, almost mechanically, all 3 of them just take their weapons and are just like, and they lay it at the ground and then look up at him. A little eerie how they all do it in sync, but they lay down their arms. Cinnabon, are you planning on just going to the bot, or are you actually taking the tarp off the bot?
I guess
Not
I'll
yet.
take it off.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm gonna need a check from Spencer. I'm gonna need a chutzpah check from Spencer for the one that they are trying to convince.
Could it be an intimidation check instead?
You did say you wanted to do it nicely.
I changed my mind. I'm gonna be a bitch about it.
Okay, if you're gonna be
Okay,
yes,
a little
if
shit.
that's the case, then give me an intimidation check.
I succeed by 10.
That's how we do it!
Basically, we've got all of these in the middle here have all bowed down to Hendrix, laid down their arms. This one over here has been grabbed by Spencer and dragged aside. And then Cinnabon has come over and pulled the tarp off of the robot. As you pull the tarp off, a flood of memories hits you. Looking up at the bot, you realize that this bot takes you back to your childhood. You immediately recognize it. The massive mutton chops and the hair and the hat. This must be Captain Bataroo. It's been so long since he's been on the air. He's been down here collecting dust.
What?
And as you pull the tarp off, Captain Bataroo immediately springs to life.
Hello, boys and girls. The captain is looking for traitors. Have you seen any today?
And with a grinding, whirling strain, one of his rusted arms comes up, revealing a laser barrel. That's what you see in his left arm there, a massive laser barrel. He says,
Now then, young junior citizen, have you been a good little boy or girl?
and he's got it actually trained on the kid in front of you. I'll give Cinnabon and Spencer a chance to do something, since they're the ones right there.
I'll start off by saying just, oh my god, Captain Butter! I have been a very good little boy. Look, I'm orange clearance. I'm orange clearance. Are you proud of me? Are you proud of me? You're proud of me?
I was gonna say, like, I'm just gonna, like, look at the kid and then look at his friend and be like, yeah, have you been a good boy or girl? And then wait.
The kid says, "Of course I've been a good boy. Look at me. I am a model of the future Alpha Complex. That guy's a traitor. He tried to kill me."
What? You have tried to kill little kinderlings?
Who's he
And,
talking to?
It's just
Yeah,
like
we
behind
talking
behind
to
Captain.
you.
He's talking to you.
Cinnabon.
What? No, I haven't.
I'm going to cut away from there because at this point in time, Pixel, you're wheeling your way over to the orange clearance door. I'm going to have that kid let out a shot at you real fast. Governor, you're going to notice something very unusual here.
Uh-oh. God, did I Trust
There-
the wrong person. I've been burnt before.
Literally by Hendrix. You notice that Hendrix tries again with a very similar speech to maybe convince this kid across the room by the camera. But for a split second, you feel a similar sense coming over your mind. A similar sense of wanting to lay down your arms and submit to Hendrix. But it goes away after a split second. A very unusual mental sensation. The kid over there also is going to feel it, but he is not going to submit.
Okay, I'll say, I have never tried to kill any of the JCs here. They were screwing around.
Give me a management check.
Success by 3.
All right, I'll do the same. I got a success by 9 on my end. So the bot is going to turn back to the kid, turn back to you. The kid's got a more persuasive argument. So he is going to shoot at you, sort of laughing along the way.
Oh, you have not been a good boy, have you?
That's a fail by 3, so it's going to go over your head there, Cinnabon. And then he's going to start roving around the room, through the fire and the ping pong balls, pushing aside crates and kids nonchalantly as he just starts to fire at random directions. So I'm going to go ahead and take an action round here one more time. So we have ping pong balls that we are slipping on. We have fire. We have Captain Badaroo. We've got locked doors. The music is still playing over the intercom. Cinnabon, your turn.
I'm gonna go over to Pixel and open the door for her, and as I do that, I say, Pixel, oh my god, you'll never believe it. Captain Badaroo shot at me!
Permission to enter?
Open, enter, go!
Okay, all right, that's amazing. I'm geeking out right now. And then I go and I try to do the thing where I rewire.
Great. There are 3 kids in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and shed off 3 lasers at you.
Yep.
That's a 6, a 4, and a 2. So Pixel,
shit.
and that is a 2. I think I did roll that on the screen actually.
You
Pixel,
did.
unfortunately,
I die.
an indigo barrel shot rings out through the back room, and you can go ahead and take Pixel down as one of the kids gets her dead through the head as she bursts through the door.
I would like to shoot the one kid in this room that Hendrix did not convince.
Yeah, give me an energy guns check.
Well, so not good. Rolled a 14.
And what's your energy weapons check?
11. So I'll add 5.
You had 5. You succeed by 2. Yeah, these kids are wearing infrared, so you're gonna pop it. You're gonna pop that kid down immediately. So, Captain Badaroo's gonna go ahead and let a shot out across the room. And that is a 1. So I'm gonna success by 14. So 4 maim down. So not killed, but down. So unfortunately, Governor, by crossing the room and walking right into the path of Captain Badaroo as he was crossing the room, he's going to raise his laser arm.
That is not a very good thing to do.
And he's gonna
Double
fire.
TPK.
You're not going dead, but you will be down. He's gonna take you out for now.
I've been dead for most of this game, so.
Yeah, things are not looking great. It looks like treason or death for the brave troubleshooters. But in their final hour, out of a secret panel in a side wall, those of you still standing witness none other than the Orange Mistress herself, Teela O'Malley, walk into the room.
What?
Her appearance is radiant. Her orange jumpsuit, tailored flawlessly under a massive orange, beautiful dress. She takes in the situation around her with a glance. And then she raises her hand imperiously, and she barks out, "Children, put down your weapons!" And all the kids look at her. They stand up, even the ones inside the booth, all scramble to the window with their noses up against the glass looking at Teela. And then they lay down their guns, and Teela says sharply,
You have been very bad. Go and stand in the corner until the internal security agents arrive. And they all go over meekly. In a very familiar way, Hendrix, I'll say. They all just lay down their weapons and walk over to a corner of the room and stand together. Almost like one unit. And Tila looks at the room and she says, Captain Badaru. And he turns in place.
Oh, Tila, it has been a long time.
Captain Badaru, can you please ensure that these noble troubleshooters are helped to safety? And in his rattling, overdriven speakers, the captain chortles,
Oh, for sure, Miss Tila.
and he reaches down, Governor, and he feeds you a little pill in your mouth, and he helps you to your feet. We'll say that you're snafu'd, but you're not in any danger. And then you watch Cinnabon. Tila will walk past you into the radio room.
Oh.
And in the radio room, you watch as she walks over to a corner with a flimsy card table, and she sees a lot of wires on a wall atop of it, and 2 long wires from screw terminals in the panel that go down to the table. They are attached to the little microphone speaker box that the kids have been using, and she picks up the box, pulls the wires out of the wall, and she hands it to you. And she says, I believe this is what's been causing all that trouble. Now I know I can rely on you to deal with it properly. I only recently learned myself of these children's mischief from their friends who I was visiting in a public appearance. Otherwise, I wish I could have been by sooner to assist you. Doesn't look like all your friends made it. And she looks down at poor Pixel.
And my face, like, you can just see that I'm making the same face that she's making in that final speech because I was speaking it to myself as I died.
Pixel, go ahead and take 3 perversity points. The poetic justice there. She
Could I
smiles
ask you
enchantingly, and she strides across the recording room, and she turns off the rest of the equipment.
Could I ask you to sign something for my friend Pixel who died? She's a big fan of yours, and I bet she would appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. She'll sign it.
Okay.
Sign my butt!
And
I take
and then
a piece of her, like rip off a piece of her overalls or whatever, and just have her sign it.
and then she'll walk back over to that secret passageway in the wall, and she'll look over at everybody, the kids who are obeying Captain Badaru, who's just helping you guys up and out. And she says, remember the service I have done for you today. And she turns, and the door is gone, and she is gone. And in the distance, you can hear the sirens of INSEC making their way through the sewers back to you guys. After she leaves, you can feel this thought in your head that you're not entirely sure is your own, but after a second you realize, yeah, this is definitely your own thought. And it all says simultaneously in all of your heads at once.
Double take
Gee.
my own thought.
Yeah, that's my
That-
thought.
Gee, that Tila, she sure is swell. Boy, I hope she's real happy. I wish that I could do something for her one day to make her real happy. Oh, I wish I was assigned to her mission group and I got to work and live with her forever. Boy, Tila is just swell, you all think.
Do I say it with that
That's so
specific
cool.
voice as well? That like
Yeah, when INSEC arrives, Pixel's clone will be with INSEC.
As I think this thought, I look
give-
into the
I give
camera
Evo
in
a
the
hug.
corner.
Oh,
And I say, man, Clone 4, I don't feel different that yet.
I'm happy for you.
dying is a part of life, for sure.
I'm gonna have to start saving up for a new clone though, because I'm on 4. I have some cloning skill. Maybe we can learn how to clone ourselves.
Sounds good. Go team.
I scared the shit out of that kid. Listen, man,
Yeah, that was
They
real
were
scary.
they were being punks that needed to learn a lesson.
When I was a kid, well, I don't really remember actually.
I don't either.
At the debriefing, you return to Cleto Blue with the sound box and the recordings and everything to prove that it has stopped. And obviously, everybody can tell it stopped because the music has stopped going through all the rooms.
Whew.
And he sits there, fingers folded. He doesn't have any questions. He just sort of takes the bot and examines it.
And he says, I did hear that numerous clones were dispatched to your location. It must not have been a very simple job, but it seems to be a successful one. Would you like to report anything that you believe is unreported?
Well, there was this little snafu that happened with this extra orange gun that we found. I put my gun on the table. That I believe was on Red Clearance Governor for some reason. Of course, this is not the same man, but
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
But I just thought that it should be reported.
I mean, we did have the technical person inspect it, so it should be safe.
Well, this gun probably belongs to you now, Cinnabon. Oh wait, hold on.
What happened?
I hate everything.
I'm about to leave.
I hate you all.
Is he okay?
I just.
Knows a lot of things.
Cinnabon, you almost got out of the session with 2 clones. So this is I'm not gonna make you roll because this isn't stealthy at all, because it's not going to be stealthy. Cinnabon slides the gun on the table and pulls the trigger of the gun. All of you are surrounding the gun and surrounding the table in very close proximity.
Oh no,
Are you
Cinnabon.
fucking
Are you kidding me?
kidding me?
You gotta take
Who are
5
you
diversity
aiming
points, Miguel.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, you need them.
What are you
Yeah.
doing?
So,
Yeah.
there's good and bad news. The good news is a couple, more than a few.
Reward him.
Yeah, more than a few Secret Society missions are about to be completed. The reason being that when the gun's trigger is pulled, it immediately explodes in a massive backlash. Everybody in the room is eviscerated.
Die.
It's been real knowing y'all.
Okay.
Take
It's
5 more
been
points,
real.
Miguel.
You.
Stop giving him.
Oh my
That's
god.
5 more. Absolutely incredible.
Wait,
The
but
debriefing
hate
officer is
everybody.
dead. The
I hate
yellow
them
clearance
all.
officers are dead. All 6 of you are dead.
God almighty.
Does the recorder, is it a live stream? Like, did the computer watch the orange clearance dude on our team explode the room and murder a blue and 2 yellow clearance people?
I would
Just
like to thank
curious.
the traitor Cinnabon for self-terminating after realizing that he must be a traitor. He has done us all a favor in killing himself for his traitorous action of killing the rest of you.
I hate everything. I hate everything.
Should we roll new characters?
No, you got clones.
Clone?
We're gonna come back with more clones in 2 weeks. That's right, everybody. We're gonna come back in 2 weeks.
Okay.
December
3
22nd
more.
with
Then they're like 10,000 credits and none of us have any money.
So we will, unfortunately, that debriefing session has come to a very quick close. We did succeed the mission, so money will be coming your way. I believe
Bennies, a couple of bennies.
who will be coming your way, as the computer likes to call them now. We do not have a window for reporting any more treason, and all of you are dead, so all of that treasonous activities. We just killed 6 traitors. That was incredible. And thank you again for the subscription there.
and we completed the mission.
Come back to the Quamar realm in 2 weeks, and keep rolling the dice.
Keep them rolling.